Hello, my name is Larby. I'm a Year 13 student, and I'm going to give a tour of Ada. Let's go inside. So this is the main entrance. Ada students use lanyards to enter the building. So we've got these really cool gates for security. Cool, let's go in. So the first place I'm going to go is the computer science rooms. And computer science at Ada, the way it's taught is technology is kind of at the heart of our lessons. So we use laptops for note-taking, research, and assignments. We also use it for more practical tasks, like programming, for instance. So the classroom I'm going to take you in is Voyager. So it's quite dark in here. So I'm going to turn on the lights. So this is the classroom. This is what the classrooms at Ada typically look like, especially the ones downstairs. And we've got some, the teaching style is really interesting, I'd say. It's really hands-on, but we also have a strong grasp on theory. But there's also an interesting thing about these classrooms, and it's the fact that every classroom at Ada has a form assigned to it. And in each form room, there are these things called scrum boards. And so Ada kind of encourages the students to take up agile methodology, especially in time management. And we kind of use the scrum boards to set smart targets to help each other out when we're in doubt and to work together towards a common goal. And that goal is passing, just doing awesome. So I'm gonna now take you to the next classroom, and I'm gonna be able to showcase it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to enter. So yeah, just a brief sort of overview, I suppose. So that classroom is called Endeavour, and it's where maths is held. So in maths classes, we use whiteboards, and collaboratively we essentially work together as well as individually. Maths, we're taught that it's really important for students to not think of the subject as something that is just purely individual. There is a collaborative aspect to it. And I think one thing that's really cool about Ada is that we teach maths with programming as well as traditional teaching methods. Cool. So the next classroom that I'm going to enter is Pioneer. And Pioneer is also another computer science classroom, but it's also used to teach psychology. So right now I'm in Pioneer, and I'm gonna just quickly turn on the lights before I talk. So yeah, this is the room. It's really cool. There's a lot of psychology posters on the walls, a lot of sheets of paper that I use to help psychology students just excel in what they do. And psychology subject, the subject of psychology, where students learn how humans think, how humans work really, and they learn the different approaches of psychology at Ada and its uses in the modern world. And I think that's one of the great things about Ada. A lot of these subjects and a lot of the content is applicable to the real world. It's not something that you're going to forget. And as well as that, in Ada we build a really strong community. Cool. So the next area I'm going to go to is Genesis. And Genesis is where graphic students learn graphic design. Ada has some great printing facilities and Mac computers. And graphic design is, I think it's something that's really heavily showcased in the college. There's a lot of paintings and pictures that are hung around the college, and I think it really showcases the great skill of the graphic design students. So this is an overview of Genesis. The scrum board is outside. The graphic students tend to just keep the graphic stuff in there, as well as the form stuff outside. It's a bit ironic, but this is Genesis. Cool. The next area I'm going to go to, and it's the final subject-specific classroom, is going to be Galileo. And sadly, it's also going to be locked off at this time, but I'm going to give you a brief overview of physics. So this is where Galileo is located. And it's quite different from the other classrooms. It's more lab style, I suppose. And I think it's got incredible facilities because, yeah, we've got a lot of resources to set up a lot of the practicals, especially some of those related to the qualification. But I think, yeah, the way physics is taught, it also delves beyond the specification, and the teachers really try and inspire and push the students forwards in the field. So before we end, I'm going to showcase the kitchen and the open space. So this is the kitchen. It's where a lot of students hang out in lunchtime, and where a lot of the students and apprentices can group up and sort of eat and socialize together. As well as this, there's the open space. And the open space is really cool because it's really one of those places where Agile is applied. It's where a lot of different events and a lot of different sessions are held. So sometimes it will be used for assemblies, sometimes it's where computer science classes are taught, and sometimes it's where industry projects are held. And in the other time, it's essentially a quiet working space, and I think it's got a really great atmosphere. The final place I'm going to go to is the mezzanine. And the mezzanine is essentially a quiet working area, and it's really great. It used to be year 13 specific, and it used to have a different focus, and I think it's really great what they've done with it. They've made it a really nice, sort of cozy working environment. So this is the mezzanine. So yeah, that's the tour of Ada. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Yeah, thanks.